mental space. If you ever need me, just call. I'ma come running, give it my all. Love is love, God wins. Keep your vibrations high and watch how your blessings. Why do you deny me?
Grand Rising.
Chose the light created for you just to hide in. Why obsessed about surviving? Fighting over creation, never over thriving. When love speaks, you say you're listening. I wonder if you hear me. Love is love, love is love. Always is, always was. Will always be just love. Always complete, always enough. Love is love, love is love. Always is, always was. Will always be just love. Always complete, always enough. Love is love. Was your heart ever my home? So cold that chaos sits on your throne. Stuck in a loop for how long? Your pride convinced that right is wrong. When I speak, you say you're listening. When will you ever hear me? Love is love, love is love. Always is, always was. Will always be just love. Always complete, always enough. Love is love, love is love. Always is, always was. Will always be just love. Always complete, always enough. Love is love. Was your heart ever my home? So cold that chaos sits on your throne. Stuck in a loop for how long? Your pride convinced that right is wrong. When I speak, you say you're listening. When will you ever hear me? Love is love, love is love. Always is, always was. Will always be just love. Always complete, always enough. Love is love, love is love. Always is, always was. Will always be just love. Always complete, always enough. Love is love. You like to talk a lot of smack. You spy and lie, you boast, always gotta do the most behind my back. When you're faced with all the facts, you switch right up, you don't remember all of that. Showing off like you're in a pageant, bragging on about your status. Little do they know there's a real dark method to your madness. All the hate you brew is so tragic. From a monster to the victim, play the role so well dramatic. Is that it? Moving on, now it's time for me to work, wave my magic wand. You're no match for me or the power of my tongue. Let me show you how it's done. I can too terrorize you for fun. Demon be gone. You're a narcissist, can't hide it when it shows. Tied down by your traumas and now they won't let you go. You're a narcissist, a reaction is your aim. I'll just give you nothing, watch you lose at your own game. You're a narcissist, it's always your way, it's your lane. Doesn't matter what I try to say, declined. You want what's mine, try to bring me down, try to take me out, but you can't steal my shine. You always wanna start a fight, no rules, never can you lose, no clue to why you always gotta be right. Tell me why you're so uptight, if it's all for show. Gotta let shit flow, gotta let shit go. Can't dwell on it your whole life. Get back, I don't want your static. Nothing but a drama addict. Those repeated cycles, I have studied all your habits. But the way you stare at me, you savage. Try to pawn your pain on me, return to sender with that package and trash it. Moving on, now it's time for me to work, wave my magic wand. No more dragging me through the dirt, teach you right from wrong, run you like a marathon. Once that truth turns to karma, you're done.
The door of him having
gone. You're a narcissist, can't hide it when it shows. Tied down by your traumas and now they won't let you go. You're a narcissist, a reaction is your aim. I'll just give it nothing, watch you lose at your own
never
game.
wanted
You're
that.
a
He wanted
narcissist, it's always your way, it's your lane. Doesn't matter what I try to say, defined. You want what's mine, try to bring me down, try to take me out, but you can't steal my shine. Try to take my soul, try to switch them roles, that destiny swapping, mocking, blocking shit. It's a no-go, all that ego doesn't fit. Only care for the glam, only care for the glitz. Way too grubby, but you wanna give gifts. Indian giver on a power trip, acting like you rich. All the money in the world wouldn't change your attitude. Love bomb if you want, won't change my point of view on you as you laugh and you flaunt. Take your exit too. You're no match for the highest with authority over you. True. Now back to the money. Say you built the hive, forcing me the honey. Don't wanna be exposed, so you're acting all chummy. No one is around, now you wanna act funny. Bummy, pick a personality, many burn bridges. Friendship fatality, you see it one way. I see duality like calories, burn away them dark principalities. You're a narcissist, can't hide it when it shows. Tied down by your traumas, and now they won't let you go. You're a narcissist, a reaction is your aim. I'll just give you nothing, watch you lose at your own game. You're a narcissist, it's always your way, it's your lane. Doesn't matter what I try to say, decline. You want what's mine, try to bring me down, try to take me out, but you can't steal my shine. You're a narcissist, can't hide it when it shows. Tied down by your traumas, and now they won't let you go. You're a narcissist, a reaction is your aim. I'll just give you nothing, 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 nothing. You're a narcissist, it's always your way, it's your lane. Doesn't matter what I try to say, divine. You want what's mine, try to bring me down, try to take me out, but you can't steal my shine. You're a narcissist.
What's going on with y'all YouTube? What's going on with y'all YouTube? We already told y'all that it was a circus. We already told y'all literally it was the bread and circus. So they dangled the bread in front of our face. They made us think that we were going to see justice, get justice, maybe have some sort of justice, right? So they dangled the bread in front of your face. This is the bread and circus, right? They get you all roused up. They get you all bothered, making you think the verdict is going to go the way you think. Lay all the evidence out to make you think that the verdict is going to go the way it thinks. I mean, you think it is. According to justice, everything pointed to guilty. But if you want to disturb a great group of people, this is a great way to disturb a great group of people, isn't it? I mean, these people pulled out baby oil. Armand Wiggins took off his shirt and started dancing as they poured baby oil on him. Do you hear what I'm saying? Women, y'all are supporting the wrong fucking people. Y'all are supporting the wrong men. This shit is a circus act. This man took off his shirt. They literally had to, they had to call riot police out there. These police could have been actually breaking up real crimes. These people started rioting because of the results, not because they feel like it was an injustice. They started partying out there in the streets, taking off their clothes, pulling out baby oil, pouring baby oil on each other outside the courthouse streets. And that's not even including the yelling and the argument. These are all YouTubers, streamers out there. doing all of this shit so the camera can be on them so they can get their 15 minutes. Literally, this whole thing from the beginning, the 9 months has been nothing but a shit show. No type of victim remorse, no type of dignity for the people that are victims, the people who had finally found the strength to speak up for such madness, for such abominations, right? And he's been telling people this whole time, nobody cares. They let me get away with this. That's why he kept doing this shit. That's why they never spoke up in the first place. Can you imagine how many people this discouraged from speaking up and speaking out? Can you imagine how many people are going to shut the fuck up now and just take whatever treatment is given to them? Can you imagine what this does to society as a whole? Why they sit here and prance around in the fucking streets. And for the ones that are not dancing in the street, like Smeagol here, Ratchet TV, he decides to find Tisha Tells, and starts arguing with her, calling her all types of names, and he out here looking like Smeagol. He literally out here looking like Smeagol in the face. And he's sitting here yelling at Tisha Tells, talking about all the stuff that you said about Diddy's family and da-da-da-da-da, and this, that, and the third. This nigga act like he was a relative to Diddy. He act like he was Christian Combs. You know? He out there, this is what I'm saying. Like, he's jealous of her numbers. He's jealous of her YouTube numbers. He don't give a fuck about the coverage. None of these people care about truth. They sitting there using all of the things that we want the truth about, and they're using it for clout. They're using it for the chase, right? Let's get into it. We're going to play it right now. We're going to play it. I want y'all to see it. We're going to play it.
Why are you sweating, Tisha? Why are you sweating? Why are you sweating?
Tisa's live talking about this fight, and he's live and talking about this fight. This is very meta, you guys.
You didn't got caught up talking about I can't give you don't know him. Say it while I'm here. I'll just say what I'm saying right here.
Bitch ass men out here trying to bully women.
Bullying.
And see, even her statement is enticing, right? She's antagonizing and trying to act like she's not directing it towards him as she sits there and says stuff towards him. This whole thing looks crazy. Everything that took place out here today looks crazy. It shows y'all why they have police in society. It shows y'all why we have a governing system in society. People do not know how to act at all. People don't know how to act, whether good or bad. Whether you happy that Diddy got off or not, you're supposed to be able to keep your composure. You're supposed to keep it in. That's why they denied Diddy's bond. That's why they said, you know what? Nope, we can't even let him out. He's a threat to society, a risk to society because of shit like this. You guys feel empowered. You guys really feel empowered by this verdict. You guys lack discipline over your own feelings and emotions, and that's why this whole thing has been a circus and a game.
You bullied Diddy. You bullied his family. You bullied Diddy's entire family.
Tell me this man ain't out here looking like Smeagol. Look at him. He out here with a backpack on with green, blue, and a khaki hat. Looking like Smeagol, like his precious. Of course, we knew the whole time that Ratchet TV was reporting this. We knew that he was doing it for clout. We knew that Ratchet TV was doing this for clout. We knew that. With the charges, the womanizing that he does, letting those Mexicans come live with him so he can treat them however he wanted to treat them. We knew that this was a fucked up character. For sure, we knew this was a fucked up character, right? So we knew that characters like this was going to be right in the madness. And we knew once the verdict came out, they were going to show their true colors and show you exactly who it is that they stood for. They don't stand for truth. They don't stand for justice. They don't stand for the future generations. They don't care about the women, right? This is about numbers and image to them. How to make their self look good. How to make their self look great. He's out here and he's not even speaking about anything that's happening. The verdict is in, and all he's screaming about is Tisha Tells, right?
You bullied Diddy's entire family.
So listen, let's get back into
Yeah,
what
let's
happened
get
with
back
the
into it because
prosecution.
you're a liar. Why don't you tell the people about that Rico you promised them? With that dry ass wig.
Hey,
Tell them
Ron.
about that Rico you promised.
Let's get what this is very meta.
You promised, Tisha.
This is very meta.
Tell them about
This
that.
argument is very meta.
Black Mirror, guys.
It's Black Mirror, right? Look at how we're all live streaming.
Cameras everywhere.
We're all live streaming.
Baby,
Tisha
bad boy is
dancing.
back.
Tisha's
Did you hear what he said? Did you hear what he said? He said it's giving Black Mirror. And it really is. The fence that's around her, right? All of this, I can only imagine what the tension feel like in that atmosphere in New York City. I can only imagine what the energy is like. You probably can cut it with a knife, a rusty knife at that, right? It's probably so hard strung up there, right? She's got a fence around her with a bodyguard and everything because she paid for that spot or whatever the case may be, right? So she's, allowed to go in the courtroom, come back out. Her spot is still there, everything, right? And then you got people that's searching around looking for her just to try to get a viral moment so they can say they're beefing with her. And then they can go ahead and talk about her for the next week or two. This shit is crazy. This dude, Ratchet TV, literally want to insult her out. Want to insult her out.
So listen,
Bad boy
Ratchet
is
yelling.
back, Tisha. You scrambling and scraping.
All right, you guys, kiss and make up.
No, she gotta stay on the line, she told me.
Bad. Listen.
Bad boy. Bad boy.
Not the bad boy
Bad boy.
Did he just start quoting Bad Boy? Did he just start quoting Bad Boy, come out and play? Bad boys come out and play. Like, yo, if y'all don't see how crazy this whole situation is, right? Now, here's the catch-22. I'm going to explain to y'all the catch-22. We still get a victory here, guys. We still get a victory. All right? Here's the catch-22 in all of this, right? They are celebrating now, thinking that they won. Mind you, the bail has been denied, and Diddy has to sit in there until October, until sentencing, right? And here's the thing about the judicial system, and if they don't know how it works, right? There's no plea deals on the table anymore, right? Because he already took it to trial. So it's not like negotiations can be on the table for this situation. The only negotiations are the judge and the prosecutor and how much time he should get for the two charges. Each of them holds up to 10 years, right? Maximum. 10 years max, right? Now, due to the fact that he took it to trial, the judge is allowed to penalize him to the full extent of the law, right? So due to the fact that he took it to trial, the judge is allowed to give him the max, which is 10, right? And due to the fact it is two charges, the judge can take it upon himself to not run them concurrent, which he'll be doing both of them at the same time, the judge can say that we want to run each charge consecutive. Means he has to do the 10 years on one and then start the 10 years on the other charge, right? So he's still going to see a substantial amount of time. And with his old age, he'll be lucky to make it out. And due to the fact that it's not a federal charge, he's not looking at a federal penitentiary. He's looking at a minimum, he's not looking at a maximum security. He's looking at minimum security, right? And we know that a lot of games can be played inside the prison system, right? There's a lot of people that get locked up that don't make it out, right? So, allow the universe to take care of this, okay? A lot of you guys want to be in distraught. A lot of you, women feel like y'all lost. This is not, I understand this is one of those situations where it's like, damn, the system failed us again. Damn, all the evidence was there. Damn, everybody did what they were supposed to do. And we might be looking at a bunch of lawsuits with Busby and everything like that. A lot of those lawsuits probably going to get dropped, right? So however you looking at this, it's really a manipulation of you guys' energy. So I'm going to need you all to take y'all power back and chill the F out, because people pouring baby oil on their self as a victory, pouring baby oil on their self as a victory, right? Yeah, Armand Wiggins, you really showed your colors in this whole thing. You played neutral this whole time, and you're out here, you got baby oil being poured on you as you dance with your shirt off. Knowing that the baby oil was one of those things that was brought up, saying that it was laced with drugs, so on and so forth. And now this man out here with they had to get the riot police out there to break this shit up because they was out here cutting up, acting a fool, pouring baby oil on themselves. He out here looking like 1996 Dennis Rodman. That is a shame. That is a shame. This is listen to me. Look at this. This dude is out here with his shirt off. Look like he got a whole diaper on. Jumping upside down. I mean, literally like jumping up and down, letting someone else squirt baby oil on him. He's not even squirting it on himself. He letting somebody else squirt baby oil on him. Yeah, they're definitely harvesting a lot of energy coming out of New York, especially coming out of New York. Remember, that's where King Kong went. And you remember King Kong climbed a tower, right? And even if you remember the stories of King Kong, and Godzilla, right? They was listening to a certain frequency. It was like a beacon. You know what I mean? So when you put that amount of negativity in New York like that, you're asking for something to happen in New York, right? Because there's a heavy fucking energy in New York right now, right? So you're asking for something to happen in New York, right? So when the end of July come up and we're going into, August, right? I want y'all to greatly understand what it is that you guys are playing with when you manipulate the energy of a group in one place. When you manipulate this energy, that will sit there, that will fester. If you think the level of chaos in New York, like New York is like Hell's Kitchen now. There's going to be a lot of bullshit being cooked up. I mean, look at this. These people are out here celebrating. That's how you know we live in an upside down world. That's how you know chaos rules, right? These people are out here celebrating and dancing with baby oil, right? Everybody got their cameras out. Everybody got their phone out recording. They rubbing baby oil all on them. And then you got this situation. You got this dude literally stalking a whole woman just so he can sit there and verbally abuse her, harass her, so on and so forth, right? And not a man in sight say nothing to him. Everybody just got their phones out. Not a man in sight. Fucking sad days, man. Sad days. All these men around and not a man in sight.
He's live talking about this fight, and he's live and talking about this fight. This is very meta, you guys.
You didn't got caught up talking about I'm getting competition with you and I don't know him. Say it while I'm here.
See, he said she was paid by the prosecutors. He said that she got paid by the prosecutors. He was putting out all different types of shit right there yelling. You know what I mean? But it be these same people. Yeah, that's Ratchet TV. It be these same people like Ratchet TV. When a nigga get the pressing him, when the nigga get hard press on him, right? Hey, yo, you ain't gotta handle me like that. Yo, you could have waited until after I was done with the show to try to, you try to interrupt the show, this, that, and the third. But when he go do it, he don't look at it the same way when he do it, right? When he do it, he don't look at it the same way, right? When somebody do it to him, he start getting all, yo, come at me direct. Nah, fuck nigga, you get came at just how you come at people, fuck nigga. And it's weird because these the same people who say that they protect women. These the same people who act like they opening up their house to women. Yeah, you opened up your house to that woman so you could take advantage of her kids. Let's not go back. We can go back and play the video of what that officer said took place when he got in the house, that she woke up and came in the bathroom and you was giving her kids a bath and they not even your fucking kids. And you got somebody else's lady who you let stay in your house, she sleep, and you giving her kids a bath. And they not your fucking kids. Let's talk about that, Ratchet TV. That's what I'm saying, man. These
out here trying to bully women.
Bullying you. You bullied Diddy. You bullied his.
I mean, look at him. He is really out there, big-eyed, looking like Smeagol. Right? He don't never want to talk about the shit that he did. He don't never want to talk about that lady that lived in his house when he was touching her kids. He don't never want to talk about that. But he get out here and he got his backpack on, old hunchback, you know what I'm saying? And he all in somebody else's face. Funny body built. This motherfucker built like one of those critlins off of ants and shit. You know, one of those little crickets. What were they called? The grasshoppers when they was bullying the ants and shit. This the grasshopper that he let all the nuts out on when he hit him with the first nut, like, pink. How did that feel? It was just one of them. And he let the whole thing out on his dumb ass. Huh? This one of them creatures. Huh? Yeah. He really think he doing something out there. All this money that he's supposedly making on YouTube, right? and he out there with some thriftway cargo pants on, right? A shirt that he looked like he picked up out of the lost and found, right? I'm serious. Look how he look. He's supposed to be the big time YouTuber that keep going viral every time he talk about something. Rockefeller, Rock Nation supposed to be after him and all of that stuff. They messing with his computers and all of that weird shit. Sent, he getting emails and stuff from Buzz Lightyear, all of that good shit, and he out here with a dollar store backpack, right? He ain't even got a polo shirt, right? Come on, man. These people not real. That's why I keep on telling y'all these people not real. He ain't out there trying to get to the truth. He ain't even out there trying to record. He out there trying to confront. Make that make sense. Since when do you try to get somebody to go to the courthouse so you could confront them? This is the same shit that the knot is trying, right? Trying to say enough about people so they can sue him, right? And put him in court so he can get to the courthouse and try to make content off of it, right? He don't give a fuck about going to jail. They don't give a fuck about going to court. They don't care if you sue them. They don't care about none of that. They care about content. They feel like a lawsuit is nothing to the amount of clout and content they gonna get off of all the bullshit. So they keep the bullshit going. They keep it going. You know, by the time you get them in court, it's 6 months of bullshit that went on. And that's what they want. They'll make more money off of the bullshit than they do that $5,000 that you can sue them in small claims court. They'll make more money off the bullshit than they will with that $5,000. In their mind, they'll feel like, I don't give a fuck. I'd gladly pay you $5,000 for that viral video, for that viral beef, for that moment, for that. Yeah, they're going to do that because you giving them 6 months worth of content. They're going to fuck around and make 100,000 off of that with subs and views and a Patreon and a Discord. Everybody sent them emails in quick. Soon as the verdict came out, everybody was on their computer sending in emails. Cassie, everybody. You know what I'm saying? They was like, don't let him out. He a threat to society. He got money. Y'all see the shit that he already did, the heinous things. Don't let him out. Everybody, you ain't see that many letters come in that fast, huh? Them letters came in expediently. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, emails ain't hit so quick. Them motherfuckers must have had those emails on standby. Ain't no way they could post them emails that fast, man. We sitting there thinking that the deliberations were so the veterinarian that was in there, he must have wanted to go with a guilty plea. The veterinarian, number 25, we had it wrong. Whole time the veterinarian was trying to motherfucking book him, Dano. You know? Whole time the veterinarian was the one that was in there like, no, he is guilty. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else like, let him go. The veterinarian's like, I bet my dog's bottom he did it. You know what I'm saying? The veterinarian and that motherfucker fighting and shit. The judge got it wrong. I bet my dog's bottom he's guilty. You know? He probably was a veterinarian from Canada. He probably had Luther as his, he probably had to take care of Luther. For real. The veterinarian was 52 years old. The veterinarian was in that motherfucker like, he did it. He did it. I bet you a cat and a dog's ass he did it. Everybody else in that motherfucker like, he's innocent. The veterinarian like, no, I bet you a dog's ass he did it. And he took out Biggie too. They was like, sir, that's personal. They was like, well, fuck that. I got personal beef with him. You know, I lost my dog that year. That was the year I became a vet. Yeah. Put his whole life to the back of that shit. He was like, he's guilty. This is the RICO Act. Everybody else was like, no, RICO only applies to mobsters. He's like, no, God damn it, this is a RICO. They was like, this is a FRICO. They was like, look, Mr. Animal Person, sir, if you keep on with this shit, we're not going to have this orgy tonight. 4th of July coming up. You know we got, you know what I'm saying, freak-offs to go to. Them motherfuckers had the shirts on standby. They say it's not a RICO, it's a FRICO. Or a FRICO is not a RICO. You know, R. Kelly is punching the walls in his cell right now. Do you hear me? R. Kelly bloody knuckle like a motherfucker in his cell right now.
I'm writing it down.
You know damn well. You know, R. Kelly writing a letter right now trying to get back in court. Because there's no fucking way. You know R. Kelly putting in the pills and writing letters right now. Huh? This is a case that he can reference right here. Diddy got away with it. Huh? R. Kelly was just in the wrong era. They was thirstier then. Huh? The 2025, they like, fuck it. Everybody's doing it. You know? You know, he in that motherfucker punching the walls right now. Huh? When this case first started, R. Kelly was in that cell. He was like, this remind me of my case. You know what I mean? When it first started, he was like, this remind me of my trial. You know what I mean? Now that motherfucker is like, we'll go to my room of fun. That motherfucker's sick right now. Huh? And I don't know what y'all tell me. It was the fact that the feds tried to hit him with that RICO, right? See, Diddy and his lawyers was like, man, hurry up, get me the fuck up out of here before they come up with something else. You know? The feds like, man, let's get back at the draw table. I'm pretty sure we can find something. We got to be able to find something on this nigga. Huh? Is there a traffic violation in Zimbabwe somewhere? Can we ship this nigga to another jurisdiction? Did he do something in Dubai? Like, they looking into some shit. I guarantee you. You hear me? They trying to deport him to Mexico. You hear me? They looking at something right now. You think it's over? The feds got something up their sleeve. They is looking at something. Huh? You think they about to make a laughing stock of them? Hell nah. First Young Thug, now this. Fuck no. Next thing you know, Young Thug and Lil Durk be out. The shit gotta stop somewhere. You hear me? This giving these motherfuckers hopes. These criminals is getting hope now, you know? Motherfucker might write a letter to the president. At this point, you might as well let Young Thug out and Lil Durk. Huh? The feds is not going down like that. They got to make an example of something. Huh? Fights breaking out in prisons everywhere. I guarantee it. Motherfuckers is in minimum penitentiaries calling dibs on Diddy. If he come here, he my celly. We're gonna have all the motherfucking parties. Huh? They in penitentiaries right now fighting over him. Rikers Islands has got bids in. Yo, if he come to the AOCO, if Diddy come here, put him in this cell block. We trying to party. Niggas trying to find out where the party at. Huh? I promise you. I promise you. He trying to live it up. He gonna pay everybody in the dorm. Everybody gonna be working for Diddy. Whatever dorm he go to, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? He gonna have them he sees in there, them boy goys in there, yeah. They gonna be pop locking on a handstand, huh? Baby oil for everybody for the next 5 years, huh? Everybody about to come out that bitch twinkling and glistening. Whatever, you gonna know exactly what prison he at, huh? Whatever prison everybody shining in, everybody going to the town hall shining and shit. Nigga, why you so glossy like you sweating and shit? Dude, is Diddy here? You'll be in the motherfucking cafeteria like Diddy must be here. Trash can, garbage cans, everything got baby on that shit. Yup, Diddy's at this prison. If it ain't on the commissary, you gonna know what prison he go to. Cause it's gonna be whatever prison got baby oil. That's gonna be a special motherfucking request right there. We will let you pick the prison. What prison got baby oil? What prison got baby oil on a canteen? Is it something special? You just order it once a year around Christmas time, Christmas package or something? Huh? They might as well go ahead and give Diddy a movie in jail. You hear me? They might as well go ahead and give Diddy a movie in jail. Let that motherfucker walk around like Alabisi. You hear me? Let him put that little ass, small ass hat on his head. Just walk around like Alabisi and shit with a toothpick in his mouth. Sitting at the table, don't even know how to play chess, but just got a chessboard in front of him. Huh? Yeah. Motherfucker reading books and shit upside down, knowing he can't read. Yeah. Just go ahead. Just go ahead. Set him up. Set him up something nicely. He's just out there pretending and shit. Just look with the book just in his face. Huh? They is out here playing games. This shit gotta stop. We gotta do better. We dropped the ball on this one. This was all of us. We all dropped the ball on this one. This shit crazy. These motherfuckers was pouring baby oil on each other outside. You hear me? They was pouring baby oil on each other outside. Baby oil on each other outside. Let me see what this look like. All right, guys. So look, that means Fricos is on. All right. Listen, they just gave y'all the green light. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Everybody just go ahead and start playing Missy. Get your freak on. You know? Quiet. Hush your mouth. Silence, boy. Spit it out. In your face. Open your mouth. Give you a taste. Get your freak on. Get your freak on. Everybody, get your freak on. Huh? Everybody about to be, it's Mr. Nasty time. Ooh, it's Mr. Nasty time. Huh? The world is upside down. I'm telling you. They like fucking in this world. Y'all, listen. It's a sad reality, huh? It's a sad reality that we facing, man. This is what it is. Why you think Maury got so famous? You are not. When it comes to 35-year-old Betsy, You are not. You are not. When it comes to 13-year-old, you are not. You are. In the case of the 25th baby father, you are not. You are not the father. These motherfuckers came out with a whole little kit. Had the patent, the saying, and everything. You know? They fucking in this world. See, women know. See, women pick a type, right? Women always pick a type, right? And as long as they stick to that type, they can pass that motherfucker off for any one of them types. You feel me? Huh? Well, okay, let's look at Chrisean Rock. Chrisean Rock always go for the tattoos, light skin, good hair, right? Ronnie, Blueface, right? Similar image. You have a baby with any one of them niggas, you can just say it belonged to both of them. Huh? You can get money for a while until they figure it out. Huh? Niggas is dumb in this world. You listen, ladies. Listen. You play your cards right, you can fucking put a baby on 5 niggas. I'm telling you. Before they find out the baby be 5 years old and you done cashed out. Huh? Huh? Sign them niggas up for the program. They don't even care no more. These people don't care no more. They don't care. They don't care. Huh? They don't care. See, at least with me, I choose to father other people's kids. You get what I'm saying? That way you ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie. Because my sister, cousin, baby cousin, brother saw you at the club last night. Now tell me who she was. You know what I'm saying? So, like, me, I don't even give a fuck. You know? I'm the type of person that don't get blood took to see. I just wait till it's born and I'm gone if it don't look like me. You know what I'm saying? That's me. That's just how I am. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, my kids look like me. Luckily. You know what I mean? I was there at both of their births. I promise you, if them motherfuckers didn't come out looking like me, I was walking out like a Mexican walking off a job with ISIS there. You hear me? I was walking out. You hear me? Do you hear me? That motherfucker come out, didn't look like me. I was checking the back of their ears and everything. Yep, they gonna be my complected. Yep, okay. All right, 5 fingers, 5 toe, 10 finger, 10 toe. All right, we good to go. You know what I'm saying? My kids came out splitting image of me. There was no way I could deny them. You know, trust me, I tried. I was waiting. I was looking for any. Is the ears off? Foreheads off? Fuck. Same shape hair. I'm like, damn. Huh? Okay, I'm joking. I wasn't. No. But I'm just saying, if I had my doubts, I had my moments. You know, I had my moments. It was shaky. The circumstances were shaky. You know what I mean? After I'm lying, man. I wanted mine. That's why I named them Sincere and Nasir. You know what I mean? Because Belly was my favorite movie growing up, and Sincere was Nas' name on Belly, and Nas' name is actually Nasir. So I actually named both my sons, you know, full name and everything. You know, my oldest son name is Xavier Sincere Boston. Xavier because one of my brother's name is Xavier, but we call him Patrick. So Xavier because I named him after one of my little brothers, and then Sincere because the movie. But he goes by Sincere. Like, even when he graduated, like, they said Sincere Boston. You know what I mean? And then with Nasir actually, they said he was going to be a girl. His name was supposed to be Sahara. I ain't going to lie, because it was supposed to be 3 S's. It was supposed to be Serenity, Sincere, and Sahara. Yeah. We went and got the ultrasound on him, and they said it was a girl. I went and bought pink everything. Room pink, everything pink. Come out. This nuts damn near bigger than mine. I'm looking at the lady like, you ain't see these motherfucking nuts on the ultrasound? The fuck you come out with nuts like this and you talking about it's a girl. Now you ain't see these nuts on the ultrasound? Shit, I had to go change up every stuff. He was laying in there just baby Boston for like the first day because we ain't know, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm like, well, you know, can I take a stab at this? That's how I was looking at my baby mom. I was like, is it on me? Can I do it? She was like, go ahead. I don't care. I was like, Nasir Jaden Boston. She was like, you was waiting for this? I was like, yep, Nasir Jaden Boston. Write it down, right? Before she changed her mind, write that shit down. For real.
I birthed the baby, so I got to pick him.
Now, if you let their granny tell it, their granny will say she picked out their names, right? And the reason why she picked out their names is because when I named Sincere, I was like, do Sincere sound too much like a girl name? I don't want him to get picked on. So I was like, maybe I should put Sincere as his middle name and put Xavier as his first name. And that way, push come to shove, if he do go by Sincere and he become a bad kid, he can go by Sin, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if he do go by Xavier, if he can become a bad kid, they can just call him X. I was thinking, because I was going to love my kid no matter what. I'm like, if he become bad, he got to have a badass name, a nickname to go with it. You know what I mean? So if he become a fuck up, for real, because I was going to love him. I'm going to love him no matter what. You know what I mean? So I'm like, let me prepare for a bad or a good one. He fuck around, be bad. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You have to alter his name. You know how it is. You got to make sure when you know this world, you got to make sure you in line for, you know what I mean, those nicknames, because the world going to give you nicknames. They going to give you a nickname. They going to see you, see how your operation is, and they going to give you a nickname. I used to mumble when I was younger. I used to mumble under my breath a lot when I was younger. And then my friends started calling me Mumbles. I said, that ain't no motherfucking good nickname. You think I want you niggas running around calling me Mumbles? I don't want that for no nickname. You niggas gonna have to ante up or something. Roll the dice. Give me a different one or something. Can we repick? Is this shit? How did this shit work? Like, it's not about to call me no Mumbles. That sound like a Dick Tracy villain or some shit. Like, you not about to call me no fucking Mumbles? I did not like that shit at all. It was like, yo, Mumbles. Like, who the fuck is you calling Mumbles? Like, oh, we calling you Mumbles because you always mumbling. I was like, nah, fuck that. I be saying some shit up under my breath, but you motherfuckers ain't about to call me no Mumbles. Fuck that. I mean, I know I whisper some shit, but y'all ain't about to call me no Mumbles. For real. Half the conversations that I had as a kid, you would not think somebody was having them conversations.
We could be your mumblebees.
Nah, ain't no fucking mumblebees. I wish the Atlas family don't try that shit. Don't try to turn into no motherfucking mumblebees. I don't. Why would you even say that? I hope you pee on yourself. I hope you pee on yourself. Here, why would you even say that? No, some fucking mumblebees. You know what? We need a song break. We need some get right.
Why do you deny me?
Next idea, raise your hand. Don't say that shit out loud. Just write that shit down on a piece of paper and pass it to me like a secret note or something. Write that shit down and pass it to me. I don't motherfucker say that shit out loud. Do not say nothing. Write that shit down. We can be your mumblebees. Shut the.
Love is love. Always is, always was, will always be just love. Always complete, always enough. Love is love. Love is love. Always is, always was, will always.
All right, that's why I'm gonna wait to see if you get to go to the bathroom and then I'm gonna pick with you.
Was your heart ever my home? So cold that chaos sits on your throne. Stuck in a loop for how long?
How long?
Your pride convinced the right is wrong. When I speak, you say you're
listening.
When will you ever feel me? Love is love. Love just love, always is, always was, will always be just love, always complete, always enough. Love is love, love is love, always is, always was, will always be just love, always complete, always enough. Love is love.
Yeah, see, all my kids' names. Listen, I lied to you not. I lied to you guys not. Like when I thought about my kids' names deeply. Do you hear me? Listen, this is how much I thought about my kids' names, right? Listen to their names, right? Listen to their names. My daughter's name is Serenity Nazier, right? My oldest son's name, Xavier Sincere, but he goes by Sincere, right? My youngest son's name, Nasir Jaden, right? Now, the names that they go by, Serenity, Sincere, Nasir, right? Now, the reason why it's a match like that is because Nasir comes off of Serenity's middle name, which is Nazier, right? So it's Sincere and Serenity, and then Nazier and Nasir. See? So it's S and N for my daughter, which is Serenity Nazier, and then S for my oldest son, which is Sincere, and then N for my youngest son, which is Nasir. So they always have a connection to each other. Mm-hmm. I was thinking about it when I had them, when I was thinking about their names. I mean, I laid and listened to, you know what I mean? Like I was there. Like when my kids was in the womb, I was there. Talked to them in the stomach, all of that. I was there. Like I was there for all of it. When they came out, I was there. Nasir, a little bit trickier because, you know, his mom like wanted to hide his, you know, birth. He came out like, I want to say like 8 weeks early, something like that. 8 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks early, premature, kind of like I was. But as you can see, he's the biggest, just like me. You know what I mean? I turned out to be the biggest, but I was only 3 pounds, 6 ounces when I was born, like a little naked mole rat sitting in the palm of my dad's hand. He had to put me in the incubator. My dad said I was no bigger than the palm of his hand. Yeah. That's why I laugh at these people when they try to make it seem like somebody don't got a relationship with their father and stuff like that. Like, what? My dad got 3 acres of land. Like, we was down there, you know what I mean? Riding 4-wheelers, doing great, you know what I mean? Like, we was, yeah, we riding around in my dad's yard. We played kickball out there, everything. Did we post the pictures? Did you post the pictures on Energy Habits? Oh. Well, I'll show y'all a video, but it's not to try to, you know, answer her question about what she says about somebody not being, you know, in touch with their family. Like we just went to a Halloween party, you know, last year at my cousin's house. You know what I mean? We was just at my sister's house. You know what I mean? So when people say the shit that they say, it's kind of like, wow, like you claim to watch my lives, you claim, but then when I'm answering the questions that you keep on trying to falsify about my life, you act like you don't see those responses to the falsifications that you're putting on my life. And then you still keep on putting, just because you're hurt, just because you're in your feelings, just because you sit there eating popcorn, funny body, but I'm sorry. Sometimes. All right. 111. 111.
Family. You bullied Diddy's entire family. You bullied Diddy's entire family.
Listen, let's get back into
Yeah,
what
let's
happened
get
with
back
the
into it because you're a liar. Why don't you tell the people about that Rico you promised them? With that dry ass wig.
Hey, Ron, let's get what this is very meta. This is very meta. This argument is very meta.
Black Mirror, guys.
It's Black Mirror, right?
It's Black Mirror. You hear what they saying? Black Mirror.
We're all live live streaming.
Cameras everywhere.
We're all live streaming.
Baby,
Tisha's
bad boy is
dancing.
back.
Tisha's
Bad boy is
dancing.
back.
So listen,
Bad boy
Ratchet
is
yelling.
back. You scrambling and scraping.
All right, you guys, kiss and make up.
No, she gotta stand on the line. She told me.
Bad. Listen.
Bad boy. Why are you?
Yo, he's sitting out there and he's standing there. And he's like, bad boy. Yo, he looking like a whole fiend. Ratchet TV is out there looking like a whole fiend. Fury. Playing with.
Tisha's live talking about this fight, and he's live and talking about this fight. This is very meta, you guys.
You didn't got caught up talking about I'm getting you and I don't know him. Say it while I'm here. Why don't you say what I'm saying right here?
Big ass men out here trying to bully women.
Bullying you? You bullied Diddy. You bullied his family. You bullied Diddy's entire family. You bullied Diddy's entire family.
Why is he out there looking like that? Hey, you gotta have a better outfit to an event. There's no possible way. I sit in my house better looking than that. He's gotta have there's no possible way. These are the clothes that he's buying. There's no possible way. These are the clothes he's pulling out his closet. With the book bag hanging off his back like that, with that long ass, that he walking around looking like Smeagol done stole Gandalf cane or some shit. Huh? He done stole Gandalf magic wand and shit. Smeagol found a new presses. It's called social media. Tell me he don't look like Smeagol. My precious. Look at his face. Big ass beady eyes. Teeth that look like they'll bite through fish. I mean, my teeth look like they'll bite through fish too, but I'm not Smeagol. You know, I'm more like Joe Camel or Denver the Last Dinosaur. You don't know Denver the Last Dinosaur?
No.
Come on. Famous cartoon from back in the day. Denver the Last Dinosaur. You don't remember Denver the Last Dinosaur? What about Joe Camel? Everybody remember the Camel cigarette guy. The camel on the cigarettes. The camels on the pack of cigarettes. His name's Joe.
I don't remember what he looks like.
Man. He looks like me. Well, not quite like me. Because I got, all this facial hair now. I remember when people used to make fun of me for looking like Denver the Last Dinosaur. But my hair not that long no more.
Now I have to look it up.
Look up Littlefoot. You don't know Littlefoot and Peachtree?
I know Littlefoot. What is it?
Denver the Last Dinosaur. It's a cartoon. And I smoke Camels.
Entire family. You bullied Diddy's entire family.
You bullied Diddy's entire family.
Yeah, let's get back into it because you're a liar. Why don't you tell the people about that Rico you promised them?
Look at him. This man is out here. Like, and listen, it's bad. It's bad when the verdict come out and Armand Wiggins is out here pouring baby oil on himself. This shit is bad right here. They need a place to party. You hear me? These Diddy boppers need a place to party or something, man. What the hell? What the hell? This man is out here getting baby oil poured on his ass. And look at the ladies trying to touch him and rub him. Look at him. These people need a place to go. This is some eyes wide shut shit. This is some eyes wide shut shit. Look at my man. How you like to be the man that goes viral for squeezing baby oil on another man? How? How you the man that's going viral for squeezing baby oil on another man? Like how? In your mind, how you gonna make that make sense that you wanted to see him twinkle and glisten? How did this even come about? And what the fuck is you doing with baby oil in your pocket just ready? You just got baby oil on standby like that in the middle of the street? This is crazy. This motherfucker just pulled out baby oil. And how his shirt get off in the first place? How? Huh? This motherfucker out here with a blue hat on with baby oil in his pocket. How do he got a bottle of Johnson & Johnson baby oil in his pocket like I was waiting for this moment? This is the moment I was waiting for. And it ain't even like he started pouring it on himself. He started prepping another nigga. Man, this is sad days. This is sad days. This nigga is going viral for lubricating another man. This shit is weird. I don't want to be in this reality no more. Can I go back to a different reality or something? Huh? I want to go back to a different reality. Can I go back to a different reality? I think this reality is broken. For real.
I agree.
I think like, all right, so if everything is a program, right? Then this reality is programmed with some bugs in the system, and people became used to the bugs that's in the system. It's like back in the day when your Nintendo was broken, right? You didn't go clean it out the proper way. You just did like the shake test, where you shake the cartridge in the thing, right? Or you slam it down in there a couple of times, or you blow in the cartridge, you know what I mean? And you put it in there. You kind of like figure out a way to make it work, right? And even though the game might glitch, you just hoping that you blew in the cartridge enough to get through the whole game. That's the reality we living in. A glitchy ass reality. And nobody's seeing it. Because there's no possible way. I want you to think about this, right? In a magnitude of this level, right? Where there are victims, where that somebody was done wrong based on the evidence of the tapes that was provided, right? There's no possible way in a reality like this where someone was done inhumanely and you celebrate that shit. But then have the nerve to say that we should fight for the rights of being black and all of that shit. Do you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because in the mindset of the law, like you got to think about it. At one point, we was considered 1/3 of a man. Right? We was considered property. Right? Now, if what they are showing right now is to be true, right? Then there's no possible way we should be mad at white people. Because they were doing what the law allowed them to do, which was own us, beat us, and treat us how they wanted to treat us, according to the law. Right? Mm-hmm. And here we are in a situation where someone did what the law allowed them to get away with. What the fuck is the difference? They did what the law allowed them to do according to that time. He's doing what the law allows him to get away with according to this time. And it all goes against the person that he's fucking doing it to, a black woman. That's why I say some of these people don't make no sense in their fight. There's no fucking way you should be out there celebrating if you already know the mind of you of having injustice done to you. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you sit there and say, you know, some of our people are locked up and da 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 da, da and this, that, and the third, but then you see this person committing these crimes on camera, right? You see the videos that's produced, right? You hear the conversation about how they're saying like he liked it when I was on my menstrual cycle, and he especially wanted me to have freak offs on my menstrual cycle, so on and so forth. That shit is sickening. That in the mindset of somebody else, that's a menace to society.
I mean, that's not the worst things he did.
But that's what I'm saying though. I'm just naming to say the least. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't know the shit that he didn't really get caught for. You know what I mean? We only know what was provided to us. We don't know the stuff that he didn't even, that they're not even speaking of. The things that he do in Dubai, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? Things that he do in international waters. You know what I mean? Why they say he's the party animal and all of that weird shit. Because the elites done seen him do some shit and know he'll do some shit. So in the mindset of it, they already seen the acts of a monster. That's why they so afraid of him. The judge, like, nope, we ain't even going to give him a bond now. Even though he only facing less than 10 years, we still not giving him a bond. He's a danger to society.
Yes.
What do you do with someone that's a danger to society? Release them back on society. That's why we sitting here dealing with a fucking Jaguar right. She's a danger to society. And look at her. These motherfuckers pretend like they can't even lock her up. She going them up.
Find her.
Yeah. They acting like they can't find her.
She's
She right outside the courthouse. She going to Villa Lago and shit. She a whole danger to society. Where the fuck is Homeland Security? Did they quit on us? Do we even got, you know what I mean? Like, where's that at? Who is actually keeping the American people safe? Where's these people at that's supposed to be, they listening to all our devices, so why the fuck is they not getting the fucking criminals? Yeah, but you gotta give us something. You can't just, you know, unlock the gates of Gotham Insane Asylum. She under you. She right up under you.
I thought I was trying to get her. Yeah, right.
Yeah, now.
My senses were like,
I mean, the culture for this one, the culture could wait. Nah, I'm joking. Hey, I think the culture, the shit that's going on with the culture is bigger than Diddy, man. We got Sexy Red, we got all these young kids, we got Kai Cenats, you know, they don't really have no type of, you know, we got the kids raising the kids right now, you know, we got Kai Cenat, you know, Aiden Ross, all these streamers. If we don't get out here and start, you know, getting into the stream world and, you know, showing our kids a greater example, like we're going to lose out. If we don't start putting our attention into the right stuff, the people that's actually talking with logic and sense, and, you know, if we don't actually start paying attention to them, we're gonna lose out. If all we doing is looking for entertainment, is all we doing is looking for the next goofy, you know, that's all we're gonna have. A world full of people that's entertaining. That's it. You know. The saddest thing is me reading something that Hitler said in 1935 and still watching it be true to this day. You know, at the 1934 Olympics, when a black man won the 100-meter dash, and one of Hitler's subordinates said, "What about that race?" He said, "Don't worry about the black race. They'll destroy themselves." In 1934, at the 1934 Olympics, he made that statement. And until this day, that fucking statement holds true. That's crazy. That means that he analyzed man so much that he's seen that he didn't even have to worry about the black people because they was going to destroy themselves. In 1935, when was the 19? Because the World War II was 1935. So I think the 1933, 1934 Olympics was held in Russia, in Germany. And at that Olympics, that was the statement that Hitler made. Don't worry about the black race because they'll destroy themselves. Think about that. He said, don't worry about them. He also said that when the black people find out what the Jews actually really hid, World War III will begin. That's what he said. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. That's what he said. Now, I read some of this stuff, you know, because I was curious. You got to know some of this stuff. When they found like the bunkers and stuff like that, hidden bunkers in Alaska, because this is what I was studying. I was studying the journey, the people that journey. Every journey that was ever took, every explore journey that was ever took, if you go back to a certain point in history, everything was a journey south. Everything was a journey south. I looked through it. Everything journeyed south, and they kept on running into the ice wall, not the ice wall, but like Alaska, not Alaska, Antarctica. They kept on running to ice and all of that stuff down there, but everybody journeyed south. If you look at all of the paperwork, all of the waters pulled towards south. Everybody journeyed the same way. Then they started mapping it out, and then they came out with east, west, north, you know, based off of reading the stars. When they came out with that one, so there's two type of compasses, right? So one of them is the navigation of the sea, right? So when you're navigating through the sea, you use the stars to navigate. So 9 times out of 10, when you're on the sea, you're moving at night because you're using the stars to determine your direction, right? So you're moving at night. So they mapped out the sky for that. You know what I mean? So when you're looking at it, it's the laws of the water that comes first. You learn the laws of the water because life imitates art and art imitates life, right? So when you looking out into the world, of course, our natural response to this world is to mimic what we see in the world. Think about it. If man came out of a cave, the first thing we will observe is things that are smaller than us, right? We'll observe it because if you want to know what to eat, you're going to find out what the other animals are eating, right? If you run across a berry bush, right, but you see a bunch of unalive birds around that berry bush, you're going to say, okay, those berries, unalivers. You know what I mean? So you're going to observe your environment so you can know what's good to eat because you're going to do what the animals do. You know what I mean? So you're going to watch them do what they do, right? So imagine being in a world where you come out of the cave and what you are observing is what they doing until you run across a civilization that is worth imitating, a greater image of what you are used to, right? So you're gonna come out crawling on all fours, doing what the animals do, just like Tarzan. You know, your body is going to structure based off of what you're doing. Your knuckles is going to get strong based off of that, whatever the case may be, just like Tarzan. And then when you run across a civilization greater, then you'll imitate that. And then your brain will start accumulating more creative thoughts that will make you evolve into something greater, right? So therefore, you're teaching something greater, you're grooming something greater. No matter what we look at, a grooming process is inevitable down here. Think about it. When we were growing up, I don't know, I think y'all parents might have said the same thing black parents might have said, which was, you better not bring a YT person in this house, right? Y'all parents probably said, don't bring a colored person in this house, right? All of our parents was operating with a stiff neck. They was operating on prejudice. Their prejudice poured into us, turned into racism. Because when you pour prejudice, you can only pour so much of prejudice, and then the acts of that prejudice is called what? Exactly. So inside, you're pouring in prejudice, and then the outside reaction of that prejudice is a racist act, right? So that's one and the same, right? So if somebody pours so much prejudice into a cup and put it in the oven, what you baking? Racism, right? So this is why I never understood why people drive in a car and they get mad and they know they got their kids in the car, but they say, "Man, I hate YT people today." Why? Somebody cut them off, somebody do something, and it's like, "Oh, men get on my nerves today. Oh, women get on my nerves today. Oh, black men get on my nerves today. White men get on my nerves today." Whatever the case may be, it is basically installing an image into them that says when they're angry, you can blame it on these colors in the world. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's learned and mimic behavior. So in order for us to actually change our youth, we have to change ourselves first and take it out of the equation. Take it out of the equation. Stop dealing with me for the color of my skin and deal with me for my actions, like we always said we wanted to happen, right? Stop dealing with somebody because of the color of their skin and deal with them because their actions, because that's what we said we want to be judged on. Don't judge me by the color of my skin, judge me on my actions, right? But now, every time we start judging people on their actions, we got people that got the same color as us saying, "Yo, that's a black man. Why you want to do a black man like that?" We not judging him because he black. The color of his skin is not on trial. The shit he doing in the world is on trial. I don't see how people can't see that.
I agree.
Everything somebody do can't be, "Oh, they just doing that because he black." What do you mean? If you out there breaking the law, you always say like, "Oh, well, justice got to be served. Justice got to be served," right? But then when it comes to situations of people that they idolize, it's always, "Man, you just want to see a black person go down." How? If that fucking black person is corrupting the minds of our youth, if that black person is telling our kids to run away from home so that way he can have more of our kids to, you know what I mean? Like, you got to understand, in order for his world to exist, he has to structure our youth for a certain level of rebelliousness, right? Because we're not telling our kids to go out there and shake their ass, but he's making money off our kids shaking their ass. So he has to create a grift between us and the people that he wants shaking their ass, which is our kids. It ain't like he out here rapping, listen to your parents, make sure you do good, read a book in school. Like, that's not what the fuck he rapping. That's not what the fuck he out here selling to us. He ain't no substitute science teacher. They care about the wrong shit. You out here dancing, grown ass men, mind you, out here dancing the celebration of fucking victims. Victims.
They don't even see the victims.
Don't even care about the victims. Well, nope. She did some shit for some money. This is why I said, you know, one of the hardest things I had to do was think about why my mom gave us up. That was one of the hardest things I had to do because I really had to think about it. I had to think, what will make a mom give up her kids?
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing that I'm sitting there contemplating is like, I'm fighting myself because I want to have that resentment. I want to be like, nah, fuck that. We was her responsibility. There's no way I should have ended up in 8 different group homes, 3 different foster homes. My grandma had 13 kids. My mom had 15 kids. Somebody should have wanted me, right? I fought with that, right? And then I thought about it. I said, you know what? She was fighting her own stuff. Before she became a parent, she was a person.
Mm-hmm.
What demons might have attached to her before she became a parent? What is she fighting before she became a parent? What if the fight that she was fighting before she had us, what if she felt that fight she wasn't going to be able to win? What if she felt like the best thing she can do for us was to give us a chance by getting away for us? Because she knew she was losing to that addiction.
Mm-hmm.
She was losing to that addiction. She was stealing our toys. She was buying us Christmas presents and then taking our Christmas presents and selling them. Can you imagine what the fuck that is doing to her internally? I couldn't imagine it as a child. I couldn't imagine it as a teenager. Not even as a young adult could I imagine it. But when I became a parent, that's when the analyzation of it became different. I said, damn, she had to be going through a lot. The 80s, where liquor and weed was heavy, crack cocaine just hit. The Watergate Project was in full effect. Food stamps was at an all-time high. For every kid that you had, you got a book of stamps. They tricked her. They tricked all of y'all. They made y'all think that y'all can do without a father in the household. No household can make it without those 3 components. You need those 3 components for any household to make it. You need a mother, you need a father, and you need God. Without those 3 components, no household makes it. You need a mother, you need a father, and you need God. You can try to have God without one of those other components, and it'll fail every time. You need those 2 components with God in order to make it in the household.
Are you talking about children? The children? Or the family in general?
The family in general, because before you bring children into this world, the household has to be in order. You're supposed to bring children into this world when your household is in order. Which one of y'all is spamming my account? My live does not contain that. Let me submit an appeal and see if the numbers they pushing the numbers out. All you need is love. You don't even know the definition of love. Some of y'all don't even know the definition of love. A lot of people get lust confused with love, and then they try to make it seem like that's what you need in the world. You know?
Mm-hmm.
They at the Diddy trial right now, doing what they do. Loving. They doing the loving right now at the Diddy trial. You can go check it out. They doing all types of loving at the Diddy trial, baby oil type shit. And they still outside. Mm-hmm. They're barking at something that's making noise in the woods. Probably deers back there or something. But that's why I say, like, you know, so, and then reason why I say I use God as a reference, but really it's spirit, really it's, because God and spirit is the same. If you have no consciousness and you don't have God, intelligence won't come to you. A lot of people that don't have God, they lack knowledge and wisdom, the ability to understand. You know what I mean? A lot of people that don't have God, they lack that open mind. A lot of people that don't have God, they don't have the ability to get along with other people because those doors are not open. That when you see somebody and you see their lack of abilities to understand. Listen, I ran into kids that has a higher level of understanding than adults. I ran into spectrum based kids that has a greater understanding than adults. You know what I mean? So, like, a lot of times you got to look at how people are carrying their self. Even, everybody that reach a certain age is not grown. Okay? Let me say that again. Just because you reach a certain age, that don't make you grown. 9 times out of 10, when an adult person keeps on repeating that they're an adult, that's something that they're trying to convince their self. When you got a grown ass person that'll keep on repeating that they 35, like nobody see that you 35, you know what I'm saying? That means you trying to convince yourself because you're stuck. You're stuck. When you live in the same room since you was a teenager, since you was a kid, think about it. If I'm in the same room from 8 years old to 35 years old, right? I'm going to tell myself that too because I'm still in my same bedroom, right? Yeah, I know. Keep talking like that and watch what happens. I promise you. Promise you're not gonna like what happened. I'm so tired of you disrespecting your mom, bro. So all you do is talk to her crazy. All you gotta do is keep them out your car. Lock your car door. That's all you gotta do. Lock your car door. You gotta do that.
Why are you sweating?
Your battery go dead.
Jesus live talking about this fight, and he's live and talking about this fight. This is very meta, you guys.
You didn't got caught up talking about I can't you and I don't know him. Say it while I'm here. Why don't you say it while I'm saying right here?
Big ass men out here trying to bully women.
Bullying you? You bullied Diddy. You bullied his family.
Diddy
You
is
bullied Diddy's entire family. You bullied Diddy's entire family.
They set it up for for Diddy to have his sentence hearing in October. ironically, October is Halloween, right? So Diddy having his sentence hearing is in October. That's very scary to me. You know what I mean? To me, Diddy getting sentenced in October, that's a scary Halloween right there. Diddy about to be the new Michael Myers. You know what I'm saying? Diddy coming out in October like Jason, you know, Crystal Lake type shit, you know? I'm scared already. This is about to be a scary Halloween.
Let's get back into
No,
what
let's
happened
get
with
back
the
into it because
prosecution.
you're a
It's
liar.
about to be a
Why don't
scary
you tell the people about
Halloween.
that Rico you promised them? With that dry ass wig.
Hey, Ron.
Let's get what
This is very meta.
Sorry.
This is very meta. This argument is very meta.
Black Mirror, guys.
It's Black Mirror, right? Look at how we're all live streaming.
Cameras everywhere.
We're all live streaming.
Baby,
Chisa's
bad boy is
dancing.
back.
Chisa's
Bad boy is
dancing.
back.
So listen,
Bad boy
Ratchet
is
yelling.
back. You scrambling and scraping.
All right, you guys, kiss and make up.
Oh, she gotta stay on the line, she told me.
listen.
Bad boy. Bad boy.
Not the bad
Bad boy.
You know, sitting in the front, like, come on, you got to
Why are you sweating? Why are you sweating?
Chisa's live talking about this fight, and he's live and talking about this fight. This is very meta, you guys.
out here trying to bully women.
You bullied Diddy. You bullied his family. You
Shit getting
bullied
old.
Diddy's entire family. You bullied Diddy's entire family.
Let's get back into what
Let's
happened
get
with
back
the
into it because you're a liar. Why don't you tell the people about that Rico you promised them?
Armand is out there getting baby oil poured on him. I told he is a Diddy supporter. These are all secret Diddy supporters. They was reporting that shit. I told y'all they was the disinformation. They were told to go out there and put out so much disinformation surrounding this shit. They were told to go out and do this shit. They work for Diddy or some shit. Like, this all is under some weird ass umbrella of, like, you know, these are like, you know how a PR team, you know, this is how the PR team gets you. Right here. All right, love is love, y'all. Let's I got some stuff to take care of. Y'all make sure y'all support. Hit the cash out, hit the
You
PayPal.
like to talk a lot of smack. You spy and lie, you boast, always gotta do the most behind my back. When you're faced with all the facts, you switch right up, you don't remember all of that. Showing off like you're in a pageant, bragging on about your status. Little do they know there's a real dark method to your madness. All the hate you brew inside, tragic. From a monster to the victim, play the role so well, dramatic. Is that it? Moving on. Now it's time for me to work, wave my magic wand. You're no match for me or the power of my tongue. Let me show you how it's done. I